With Nation, what's going on? Sharc Gaming here, back with another video, and in today's video I'll be doing a manager review on Reja, whatever you guys pronounce it. Obviously it's a 5 at the back manager, and I'm going to explain to you guys how to use this manager to the best of your abilities, as well as, you know, the players that you need to use in this formation. So just stay tuned. Don't forget to like the video, comment down below, you know, which other managers you like me to review, because there are a lot of them, and you know, I've seen a lot of managers. It's just that most of them have the same 4-3-1-2 formations, and it just get annoying after a while. Obviously some of them are better than Kanto, but you know, you're not going to find all of them not going to be better than Kanto. So yeah, as I was saying before, don't forget to join the Discord. You know, the Discord link is always in the description. You can check out the PayPal if you want to, and you can check out my Instagram, that's Sharc_YT. So without further ado, let's get into the review. So with this 5 at the back now, what you guys need to understand is that this formation, the wingbacks are very important. The wingbacks are actually play a very intricate role in getting the ball forward, as well as getting the ball into the box, as well as scoring the goals, or you know, getting the assist in their case. So what you guys need to understand is that the wingbacks, as well as the strikers, because a playmaker is just as good, or is as good as the person that's finishing the ball. So you know, if I'm putting in 100 balls into the pitch, but you know, nobody's scoring them, then you know, they're gonna say that my cross delivers are poor. But if I put in 10 balls and I get 8 assists, you know, they're gonna be like, I'm one of the best playmakers in the league. So yeah, with this formation now, you guys need to understand is that it actually soaks up pressure. It's not a formation that you're going to say, oh, you know, I'm gonna go online and score 5 goals. No, it won't happen every single time. This is actually a formation more like, you know, you're gonna score 1 goal and you're gonna defend it out. And when I say defend it out, I don't mean you're gonna be back passing. No, I mean, you know, you're gonna be soaking up pressure and you're going to be trying to score goals. It's just that when you score a goal, more than likely you're in the attacking tactic. So more than likely when you're defending a goal, let's say it's in the second half, you switch to the defending tactic, which actually has more defenders or more players behind the ball. Because in the defending tactic, what actually happens is that you actually have 8 players behind the ball, and you have your 2 lone strikers a bit up the halfway line waiting for, you know, service, or waiting to make couple runs, you know, when you're on the counter, because it is a counter-attacking formation. Because when you look at this formation now, you know, you look at the skills and everything, you actually see that it's a counter-attacking formation and an attack wides. Yes, he doesn't have any wide players, and that is exactly why I said that the wingbacks actually play a very intricate role in getting the ball forward. So what you guys need to understand is that it's more like a ping pong ball, or more like a triangle. What happens is that you get the ball from defense or midfield, because you know, depending on where you actually, you know, intercepted the ball from, you get the ball straight to your strikers. What you do is those strikers hold up the ball, play some simple 1-2 passes, or some pass and move, pass and go with the midfielders until your wingbacks actually start advancing forward, so you can play the passes to them. Majority of the time, seeing that you're attacking centrally throughout, you know, the instigating or the start of the attack, or the counter in this case, what that does is that it makes, you know, it draws in your opponent's players, so it leaves a bit of space on the wing. So it just, you know, for you now to attack the space and, you know, go down the wing and cross it in. Have you guys ever heard of long ball spammers? Everybody has heard of long ball spammers. This isn't a formation for long ball spammers. This is a formation for cross merchants. This is a formation for somebody who has, you know, Luis Figo, or loves using Beckham, crossing Beckham, you know, use Beckham to cross a ball in, and it goes straight onto Lukaku or Zlatan or Van Basten, or you know, anybody with good heading ability, Mbappe, Haaland, Lewandowski. Yeah, most people kind of annoyed of cross merchant, but at the end of the day, you know, if the formation says attacking wide, more than likely you're going to be crossing in the ball anyway. So why not crossing the ball and get a goal? You get what I'm trying to say? Everybody does a different thing, so crossing the ball and get a goal. And if when you play the ball wide, your fullback, or you know, your wingback hasn't really gotten, you know, enough space, you can always just switch flanks, because most players actually have the weighted pass trait, or at least good lofted pass ability. So what you do is you just you send a ball across the field, because majority of the time when you're attacking down a specific flank, what that does is that almost everybody, whether it's your players or your opponent's players, they're more to the right side. So what that does is it gives your other wingback or another player that's running on the wing more space or more time to advance on the wing. So when you see that player, because I'm using dynamic wide view, so when you see that player, because you know, you have to be very patient and you have to be very smart. You can't just go into you can't just use a player and try to shift through two defenders just like that, you know, unless, you know, you're very good at dribbling, which I am not. I'm more of a direct player who just likes to get the ball, do a little thing here and there, do a little pass and go, play into space, sprint and cross it in. That's me. So with the waiting pass, it actually opens my options and it allows me to really cross the ball across the field into a player that is into a better position, which is either unmarked or has one player marking, and you can easily sprint past them. And either, you know, if they eventually catch up to you, because that's 100% possible, you can always cut back and, you know, pass it back to a midfielder that's on top of the box, and in this case it would be, you know, Paul Scholes, so you can easily score a rocket from outside of the box with Paul Scholes, or you can cross it in, you know, on their weaker foot and hopefully, you know, it goes for a goal or something, you know what I'm saying? Anything is possible. You can even cut in and try to take a shot, but you know, there's like a least possibility of that actually scoring. So as I said, what you guys need to do is just play into triangles and, you know, hope for, you know, that the players on the flanks actually do their job. So your wing backs are very, very important. So now I'm just going to like explain the type of players that I use and why I use them, and, you know, so, you know, it fit into the system so you guys can really understand what's happening. So without, you know, first, I say, you know, a lot. First, the keeper that I use is a defensive goalkeeper. So you can use De Gea, you can use, I think, Oblak, you know, you can use Neto. It don't really matter. The reason why I said this is because why use an offensive goalkeeper when your line is very low? I mean, why not just keep, you know, a defensive goalkeeper that stays on the line and can make those last bit saves off of the line, you know, especially if it's a close shot to the line and it just boxes it up. Offensive goalkeepers are usually off their line, so it's easier for a ball to just roll through them, which is, you know, a problem, especially with Casillas and Donnarumma. I mean, they're good keepers, it's just that in certain situations they look like absolute muppets. Cech is a muppet, but he's just the muppet that I like in this formation. Or, you know, the keeper that I like because I trust him. He makes very good saves for me. With your wing backs, you just need two wing backs, you know, with pinpoint crossing and they're quick. That's all you need. Pinpoint crossing, quick, that's all you need. You don't even care if they can defend, because at the end of the day, let's say for instance somebody passes your wing backs. Who cares? You have three defenders right there ready to come tackle. One leaving not gonna make a difference, and if one leaves, then your anchor man come over, and then you have the wing back from the other side. So you have four defenders, you know, ready to defend. You know, if you want your defenders move out of the way, if that makes sense. So, you know, there's always an option. I use this gem that I might just do a review for from the Sharc pack. He's very good. I don't know how he's this good. Very good. He has pinpoint crossing, dipping shot, everything. He's just amazing, left-footed and everything. Zip card, I really know him, you know, but he's very good and he's a goal ball. That's what surprised me the most. I use Cafu on the right. I prefer for you guys to use Trent, of course, because Trent's crossing is better, and, you know, can't use Bissaka because Bissaka's trash is crossing is trash, so I can't really tell you guys to use Bissaka, you know what I'm saying? You can find you know, you can use Maldini, whatever. In centre back now, I use three different centre backs, three different playing styles. I have an extra front man in Nathan Ake, I have a build-up play in Matthew Dillit, and I have a destroyer in Sol Campbell. What you guys need is actually, you just need fast players with good heading, good interception, good marking. That's all you need. There's nothing really else that, you know, about it. You can use three build-up players if you want, because at the end of the day, they're still going to play in the formation properly. So it doesn't really matter. So, you know, you just use which players work for you. Just make sure that they can intercept a long ball. And if you guys have problems with long ball, I'm going to make a how to stop long ball tutorial. So just stay tuned for that. It's coming very soon. Probably even the next video. Who knows? So yeah. In midfield, now I have a midfield three of an orchestrator in Paul Scholes, an anchorman in this Sharc player that I have very OP. I might just make a review on him because he's very OP. And Patrick Vieira. What you guys need to understand is that I switched one of the central midfielders role to defensive mid. The reason why I did this is because Vieira is a destroyer, but in this, you know, his playing style allows him to go up further in the field. If I put him in the central mid defensive mid role, as I have the Omar Mascarell guy, he would move out of position, which would, you know, allow for more through balls to happen. The thing is, in this formation, if you're going to use manual switching, you need a defensive mid that's actually going to stay there so you can block the passing. That's what manual switching is basically there for. If you're not going to use that for manual switching, then it doesn't make any sense. It's better just to use auto switch, you know, to make PES script you out, and, you know, you just go to whichever player you want, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it. So Oscar is there to basically stay in front of he's the first line of defense. He stays in front of the defense. So it's like you have 6 at the back basically. Or when the wing backs go forward, you know, you have 5 at the back. That's, you know, or 4 at the back. That's, you know, that's where you see it. You know, he's there as a defender basically, but he's very good at intercepting. He's basically the person who's going to turn defense into attack. So he's the player that's going to do that last ditch tackle like what Vieira would usually do. Call it the ball and send it forward. That's just him. Paul Scholes, same thing. The thing is, Paul Scholes sits deep because an orchestrator, but when he's actually going forward, he goes a boom, bam, and he can be at the top of the box to score some screamers. I wish his curl was a little bit better. Vera can do the same thing. He can score headers as well. They can use him in his set pieces, to collect corners. That's why I say they're very versatile. And the strikers up front, I use them, the regular post player slash target man with either a fox in the box and a goal poacher. In this case, the goal poacher is Robert Lewandowski, and the post player is this guy, Paciencia. You guys have seen him on my Whip to Glory series. He's very good. He's actually a super sub, so I wouldn't really use him here. I'd probably use Kluivert instead of him. You can use Batistuta, you can use Mbappe, you can use Haaland, you can use any player that you want to use. You can use Rashford. You use the player that you want to use, which fits your description. What they do is that the post play actually draws attention from the defenders, so it allows him to play like a 1-2 pass with the goal poacher, or hold up the play long enough for your wing backs to come forward, or as I said earlier, play that it's a triangle with the midfielder so that the wing backs can advance and they can get the ball. And both of them are good at heading, so at the end of the day, whichever one wants to get on top of the cross, more than likely they can score or at least get on target. Or you can just take a shot from outside of the box because they have the long range drive and long range shooting as well, so they can score goals. So I've actually been talking for a while. I think that you guys get the gist of this formation. Don't really expect it to be, any big formation that's going to score 5 goals, as I said earlier. But I've seen people with 1,400 rating and above that use it to just like game manage. That's just what they do. And I think that's a very good formation. You guys just need to know how to use it. So use this formation. You're not going to win every single match. But once you learn how to really play with the formation properly, you'll be scoring a lot of goals. So I've been talking here for a while. Probably 10 minutes, 11, 12, who knows. I hope that you guys really understood this formation. That's basically it for today's video. Don't forget to drop a like down below, comment down below if this video was helpful for you. Comment down below if you've ever used this manager before. I'm a bit talking a bit fast, but you guys know the thing already. I'm Sharc Gaming and I'm out.